For some people that don't know who I am, for some people who don't know who Connie Diiamond is, I was born in the Bronx. I grew up, I spent some time in Queens. I went to high school in Queens. I was always back and forth because my parents lived in the Bronx. Most of my family lives in the Bronx, actually. My aunt raised me, and I was just always constantly back and forth. I love the Bronx. The Bronx is where my heart is. But there was definitely a chance to just get a better education and a better upbringing in Queens. So that was the decision made upon my parents and my aunt. When I turned 18, I ran back to the Bronx. And from there, I've been, I've never left since then. But I've been doing music since I was 14. And it actually started out with poetry. I've been going to poetry slams, open mics, and poetry contests in my school. And like sometimes I would like do like little like lunch table freestyles and stuff like that. But I never really took it serious until 2016 when my Drake Summer 16 freestyle went viral. That freestyle actually landed me my first paid show in London, and it was like a really, really big thing for me. At that point, like I knew I should take it more serious. And I did a magazine spread out there with Notion magazine. I interviewed with DJ Simtex at the time. He was really big at that time. And then, so since then, I've been like on and off with it, trying to figure out like the motion, trying to figure out my sound, trying to figure out which way I want to go with everything. You know, I took a lot of breaks, but I was just basically trying to figure it out, for real, just trying to figure it all out. And then I did another freestyle, and it went viral, and that's when I got signed with Def Jam. So from there, I just been trying to create some structure and trying to just figure out how I want these next couple of years to go with my career, being signed. The process before getting signed and just dealing with that particular freestyle, if I want to, it kind of just happened for real. I'm not gonna lie, I started like seeing 444. Some people probably aren't really into that type of stuff, but I am, and that whole entire year I just kept feeling like something like good was gonna happen. The day me and my cameraman shot that video and I saw the playback, I told him, I was like, we're gonna go viral. I told him that. Because it was so clean and just everything about it was just like, it looked like something that was staged, but it wasn't. Like, as I'm walking, you see, like, behind me, you see cars going by, you see someone with their kid coming from school. Like, it was just, like, perfect. And when that went up, it was everywhere. It was on Twitter, it was on TikTok, it was on Instagram. It was everywhere. The numbers were going up, and it was a freestyle. At the time, I think Tunji had literally just transitioned, but he didn't announce it yet. So, but he told me like directly, like, I definitely want to sign you. He wrote me on Instagram actually, and then everything transpired through text messages and emails. We went out to lunch. I met his wife. They both really, really liked what they were hearing, and from there we just been locked in. So, I've been doing freestyles for a long time. So, it's good to know that was one of the things that got me signed, because just doing music in general, everyone used to say, like, you do too many freestyles, stop doing too many freestyles. And it's like, freestyles is what got me signed. So it's like, kind of in a space where it's like, you shouldn't listen to what anybody has to say. Kind of like, do what you want to do what you feel is best for you. That's what worked out for me. And I'm really proud of myself. You know, I know, like, a lot of people, some people's story is not that. It's not, they've been doing music for all these years and then they get signed. Some people, they get signed in like a couple of months or like in a year. So I know everybody's story is not that. So I just say, for people that are listening and watching and don't know, don't think that it can't be you, or that you can't get there as well, and you paying too much attention to what's going on social media. Like, I feel like everybody's story and timeline is going to be super different as long as you, like, stay focused on it, though. A fucking moment for me in my career probably has been just, like, noticing the comments that I used to get when I was a little bit heavier about people saying I look like Missy Elliott, or people saying I was fat, or that I was, if I was light-skinned, I would probably be further in my career. That used to, like, kind of like mess with me sometimes, but I realize that people kind of fuck with me because of how good I am as an artist and not what I look like and who they think I could be if I was light skinned. So I think I had put out a record called Narcos at that time. And the song was so good and I got a lot of good feedback, but I was at a very dark place at that time. And that was like the real big transition for me. I had did this gastric sleeve surgery. I lost weight after that. Like it was just a big transition. But I realized like from the feedback that people were really like, people didn't really care about how I looked. They just cared about the music. And I'm seeing that now today. Like people are happy to see how I evolved today as well. But most importantly, they always cared about the music. So I had to like really like just kind of like focus on that and just think about like the positive stuff. The advice I would give to someone that wouldn't know how to deal with that particular situation would be to find things that you like about yourself and love about yourself and kind of just make sure you're always giving yourself grace and giving yourself love, because that's all that matters for real. In the next 5 to 10 years, I can see myself with some branding deals. I can see myself just overall elevating as an artist, being a better version of myself, making sure I'm putting some points on the board for my label, and just making sure people know who Connie Diiamond is. Currently, I'm working on a new project, Underdog Season 2. I don't have a date yet, but I'm working on it. I'm looking to have some really great features on there. And I'm not done with Get On Ratchet. I'm still shopping this around. I'm still pushing a record because I know I have the potential to be bigger than what it is. So right now I'm just going to give y'all some more vibes, some more visuals, and some more music really, really soon. What's going on, guys? It's your girl Connie Diiamond, Big Diamond, Big Bronx in the building, and you're checking out 24/7 HH.